we had to be on in order to get to where we truly, really desire to be. It's a requirement. Like, it's no way around it. Like, there's no shortcut. Hey y'all, welcome back to the vlog. I'm Q, one half of your FBA cousin. Your other cousin is Princess. And yeah, if you're new here, welcome in. If you're not new, then hey cousins, welcome back to another vlog. And even for our newbies, you a cousin if you come over here and you decide to click on our video. So hey new cousins. Yes, today is, I don't know what today is, 28th. I don't have my phone on me right now. Let me see. That is 2 days behind. Today is the 30th. So today is 30th, Monday. I'm off today. Y'all know how I go if you've been keeping up with us. I'm off on Mondays. Princess is working. I did pick up the camera this morning while I was doing my skincare. That's what I was doing. I haven't really picked up the camera since then. Well, while I was doing that, I was actually trying to handle some business stuff because we have a lot of goals that we are planning to, that we are going to achieve coming 2025, but we've broken it down into quarters. And with Q1, one of the things we were working on was just some stuff that you should, some cleanup stuff you should do when you're like trying to have your business set up in a like credible way, essentially, like to be able to show your credibility. So we've been working on some of that stuff a little earlier than expected. Like, it wasn't really planned, it just kind of fell that way. So that's what we was working on, and we've been working on it since Saturday. We spent most of our afternoon Saturday working on it, and then this morning I got up and I was like, I'm gonna call back because we need to get this settled and taken care of. So we've officially got that settled and taken care of. That is something that we can actually check off our list before we even start the year. So that's nice. So that's pretty much what I was doing this morning, doing my face and on the phone with them, trying to handle that situation. Cause baby, look, Princess said, she was like, we've been trying to get this settled. We've literally talked to like 5 different people. It took like the 5th person today of getting disconnected, payments won't going through. It was just a lot of chaos that we could have been like, forget this, and we didn't. I'm glad we didn't, but she was like, this is like just to her, she felt like it was just one of those things, like, in the process of us doing what we need to be doing and what's meant for us to do, things are not going to always align accordingly just because we feel like that's what we supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. Like, that's exactly how that situation felt. Like, it just did not pan. It was just, nothing was going right. It just, every time we felt like we was almost at the end, it just wasn't panning out. Like, even to the point that we were told this morning, like, oh, none of what y'all did was approved. Like, it wasn't approved at all. And we're like, what? This don't make sense. Yada, yada, yada. Persistence. 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 Consistency. Like, those are the words of the day. Because, yeah. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot, but it, again, to Princess' comment, it just was a reminder for us, but also a reminder for our cousins and y'all that might need to hear it. Like, just because you're walking in your purpose does not mean that the journey on that walk is going to be smooth sailing just because it's your purpose. It's probably going to be harder than it would be if you just decided to detour and not do it at all. If that makes any sense. I feel like that was a message for me in that moment. Like, when Princess said it that way, then I'm saying it to y'all. I'm like, that's so true. Like, had we could have just said, forget it. We just gonna keep rocking with what we got going on and just not even worry about it, not even deal with it. But instead, we continue to stay persistent. We continue to stay on the path that we knew we had to be on in order to get to where we truly, really desire to be. It's a requirement. Like, there's no way around it. Like, there's no shortcut to success. There's no shortcut to the life that we want. There's no shortcut to us being able to handle what we needed to handle. Like, we had to handle it. We had to have the tough conversations, and that's one thing I know that I'm going to struggle with. I'm going to work on that personally, because when conversations get tense, I'm like, I don't have time for this. I don't even have to do this. And in some cases, you still do. Like, you still have to have those tough conversations. So we made it through, y'all. We made it through. In the end, everything worked out. We got exactly what we wanted. We got exactly what we needed, and even some other things that we can add on later that's going to be beneficial to us. But in the long run, it's just going to be beneficial for the business, and having it set up a certain way so that we can get the things that we need, desire, want for 2025. Like, wow, yeah. It was a thing. It was a whole thing. But needless to say, like I said, the message right now is just stay persistent, stay consistent, regardless of what that looks like. Because in staying consistent and in staying persistent, you're gonna have to motivate yourself. And when you don't feel motivated, you're gonna have to be disciplined. And I think that was a big factor for us in that moment. As small as it may seem, it's like that's what it's gonna be going forward. So we ain't got no choice. You know, you had made a comment on Saturday when everything had happened. Like, you know, every so much has happened with it that it was like, not the, see, I was thinking she was saying the opposite. Like, so much has happened with it, it's a sign, like, we shouldn't do, like, we should just be done with it. But she was like, no, it's a sign that, like, it needs to be done. We're gonna have to do it, that type of thing. And I was telling them, like, it made me think this morning, going through the same thing, like, dang, Princess is right. Like, just because you're on the right path of your purpose and you're, like, living in your purpose, that doesn't mean that it's easier. If that makes sense. Like, oh, I'm moving in my purpose, that don't mean that moving in your purpose gonna mean that it's smooth sailing just because. Like, I'm like, this is just the beginning of God knows what for us. And it's nerve-wracking.
That's why I say you can't try to reach your goals solely based off motivation.
Yeah.
Like, because motivation truthfully comes and goes. That's why you just have to be consistent. And I have something above my desk that I looked at today, and I was like, I've had it up above my desk for like 2-3 years, truthfully. But like, I never really, I ain't gonna say listen to it, but it fits with what I'm trying to do in my life. And it was just that, like,
you have something like that above your desk that you didn't even live by daily. Essentially
is what I'm saying. And now I'm like, that's what I want to do. And it's just like, you know, discipline helps you become consistent, and being consistent help you build habits, and habits help you build like success. And it just reminded me that, like, you gotta just do it. Like, you cannot. My motto for next year is really just like, stick to my plan and not my mood. And I'm a very, like, we both are. Y'all see it. Like, we doing this, and then we might not feel it no more, so we don't do it. But like,
and sometimes we do that, but sometimes it's okay to do that. But in certain situations, like,
trying to reach some,
you can't do that.
We were trying to handle some stuff with the business and really like operate fully in our LLC, and we probably open up another one this year or something like that. But essentially, we was trying to do it since Saturday, and it was not working. And I'm like, you know, y'all know we working with different people that's helping us with credit and business credit and X, Y, and Z. So I just felt like, oh my gosh, like, this person made it seem like it was just so easy, and now here we are, and we can't even do that. Can't even do it or whatever. And then they're giving us a hard time, and
the hard time it was giving us didn't even make sense.
It didn't make sense.
That's how you know it was BS.
Yeah, it really didn't make sense. Got a lot of mixed communication, and it was just a lot. So going again, y'all might get a lot of these pep talks throughout the year, short videos, because like, we just got a lot of stuff that we trying to do, and it's gonna take a lot, and it's gonna take a lot of work that I'm not gonna say we're not used to putting in, but it's gonna take a different type of work. I feel like, and like I said,
Different type of discipline.
it's a different type of discipline, and I keep reading that like discipline is the highest form of self-love. And I just want to love myself some more with some more coins in my pocket too.
No, for real.
So it's just like,
And we gotta help hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like.
So I'm in the debt of what
That's
I
gonna
owe
be hard for
myself
us
today.
because we're very much like, oh, you don't feel good today. What's gonna make you happy? Like rub your back.
Sometimes you just gotta keep knocking at the door. It'll open.
We even had somebody. Okay, so I kind of told y'all, but so Princess is here to tell y'all the same thing. The lady literally got on the phone and said, "Oh, everything that y'all were approved for was denied. They have rejected it. That is, you were not approved." We were like. We were way beyond this point. You are taking us 10 steps back. I just picked the camera back up after I had did my face. We was on the phone with them. I never came back and told y'all what that was even about. But yeah, just know we're still working on stuff on the back end. In hopes that one day in the future we can share those things that we actually did with y'all. So that's it. That's all. Also, a message that you do not have to start come the first of the year. You don't need to wait till, when is the first? Thursday? No, Wednesday. You don't have to wait till Wednesday. Like, start implementing and doing the things that you know that you need to be doing anyway now. Like, what does the new year signify, truthfully? I mean, yes, you're grateful. We're all grateful to be able to see another year, and that's cool. But if you ain't gonna do nothing with it, then we're good. It's just another year for you of continued behavior. I don't wanna do the same thing I did last year. No. So, that's all. We just keeping y'all in the loop in hopes that it encourages y'all to see that like we in motion. Like we are already 10 steps ahead of 2025 because we're and I'm that way in general. I like to be ahead. I like to have my T's crossed and my I's dotted. Like so. Yeah, get to it. Get to it, whatever that may be for you. Business, personal life, home life, family, whatever that looks like, career. Get to it now. No need to wait around. And at the end of the day, don't worry about all the pressure around you. You need to be putting that pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
It's you against you.
It's always you against you.
Yeah. Period.
I be telling that to myself, y'all. Like, especially with my personal things that I'm trying to do. Like, it's just me against me. It's nobody else. I don't have to worry about impress or anything. It's me against me.
Yep.
New year. Let's get it started.
Let's do it.
Start that Amazon business. This is the time where y'all gonna want to hop on a lot of ungating. Yep. I know y'all hate that. But a lot of these brands gonna be. If
you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you ain't, then just go ahead and sit down.
This is time to really do that.
Yep.
A lot of these other big sellers, they about to slack off for a little bit because it's the first of the year.
Yep.
They trying to.
And if you don't follow us on our other platforms, it's Your FBA Cousins, Your FBA _Cousins, literally spelled COUSINS. On all other platforms are. TikTok and our Instagram, but I'm just letting y'all know because in addition to being on here, we are going to be going live. I'm actually going to be going live today. Y'all won't know that. But yeah, so
we got a live schedule.
We got a live schedule to get back on it and, help hold you accountable. But at the end of the day, you got to hold yourself accountable. Just like we got to hold ourselves accountable. We know we ain't been on live. We know we ain't been present. We got a schedule. You got to do it. So that's it, y'all. I just want to check in. Like I said, this probably be a little clip or something I put out. But hopefully this encourage somebody to get up and get to moving. Let's go. It's time. The time is now. The time is now. Okay? So until next time, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and leave us some comments down below of things that you might have planned for yourself in 2025, or if you just resonate with what we was just talking about, let us know.